All right, NIS time at Atlanta, and I very much enjoy seeing this paint scheme. This is one of my older color combinations that I used to run way back in the day in the first Pro Series ever on iRacing. So I hope that'll bring me a little luck this week because I am on the struggle bus in the Cup car here. This is not going to be like the truck race at all. So we are in the second split.
You're on the outside this time.
So that's a positive. I have finally scored more points this season than the winner of the Daytona 500 top split. So that's a positive. But right now, I got 3 setups, and the first one, the nose was, it felt like driving a road car, a road racing, like, winged car, with way too much downforce on the nose. And I was constantly just snapping throughout the corner. And it was something in the front end. It wasn't like the rear end. The second one I got was kind of the same deal. Not as bad, but still snappy. The third one, obviously I could drive and was going up to like 330 degrees on the right front within 8 laps. So I threw the track bar up on that one. Thank you to everyone that sent me sets. Very helpful, and I mean, it just saves me from going and downloading OSR and tweaking it. So I like to run my viewers' sets that they have made, and it gives them a good feeling when they make me go quick, like the guy that made me go really quick last night in the truck series. So yeah, we're doing our normal thing of starting way back. I think that the strategy is pretty limited because you're essentially doing a full fuel run anyways. So I think we're gonna have to rely on cautions and wrecks, but we'll see. Maybe this thing flies, maybe I figure out how to drive, but right now we're just gonna worry about keeping it going in one direction and not looping it and taking anyone out. Just gonna get this guy past because he wants to go forward, and there we go. Alright, got myself in a nice little gap for now, and we'll see how many people are running extremely loose. I'm just being extremely cautious because if I go too hard, I'm either going to burn the right front up or loop it. There's no in between. Now, I jacked the track bar up on this one and it was all the way down at 6. I jacked it up to 10 on both sides, and there was our first big one. How is there not a caution yet? Alright. Well, that sucks for Nathaniel. He just turned left to miss it and never gathered it back up, and I'm pretty sure he ate that wall hard. That was my fear about this race after seeing practice. Now, had I been in the top split, I think I wouldn't have had too big of fears on that. But it's second split, at least. Might be third split, I don't know. I didn't really actually look. And I think we're going to have a lot of people kind of overdriving what their abilities are. So we're going to come in and top off. I've unchecked my tires because I've learned. And we got a nice little opening ahead of our pit stall. Always a good sign for the race. Although you don't want that far back opening, because that means that you're starting in the back, but will make it easier to point out my pit every time and not have a car stopped in it, but we'll probably still have people driving through stalls.
Line up, single file. Catch up, 32, car.
We didn't gain much there, but a gallon of fuel. Just might as well, especially since fuel runs, well, stints are supposed to go about 55 laps. It's only 163 laps for this one, so we ran a few more laps in the truck, just because those are for the Pro Series, so they're not based off of what truck race lengths are.
One left to green. You're on the outside this time. Catch up, 29, car.
I was thinking about rolling through, but I don't want to get stuck behind anyone that's got damage from that. Couldn't really tell.
1 minute, 11.443.
So, I don't think we lost too many people, but definitely lost a few. Yeah, the one car is out. Not out, but damaged. He's probably just trying to get it all fixed and then hoping for lucky dogs. Other than him, looks like everyone else is still rolling on the lead lap, so probably some damaged cars behind and maybe a few damaged cars ahead.
About to go green. Stay focused.
So, an early caution. Will that get everyone settled down?
Green flag.
Doubtful.
Green flag. 1 minute, 10.
No desire to get any closer to the back of the pack.
Clear. Car inside. Still inside. Clear inside. Car inside. Clear.
Alright. So, we do have a couple of damaged people back here. We'll get back ahead of them if they're off pace, but I could be so far off pace that they may still beat me. I just got to get comfortable with the car, see what it does on a long run. As always, it's just no fun to do it in practice, so longer races, figure it out in the first stint, while avoiding getting early damage. So, I can do 30.5s and 0.4s. So I'm definitely underdriving it at the moment, trying to not get loose, not overdrive entry.
30.941.
Now with this being a fat Indy car, not sure how much multi-groove is going to come into effect. You can at least use the high side here, which you wouldn't have been able to do last season in this car without it just really junking your speed.
30.993.
Let's get around this guy.
Car outside.
It is so loose for me right now.
Clear high.
Obviously, I was on the lower part, so that does make it a little worse. If I run right above the seam, then it feels much better and I can handle it.
30.932.
Start pushing it a little bit. Just because it looks like we're going to get a slightly longer run here.
30.867.
One car's back out on track. He's probably about 4 or 5 laps down. It didn't seem like he had too much damage, but he was never close enough to really tell, so level of detail goes down as they get farther from you. Sometimes you can't even see damage. Unfortunate way to start the race, though. He is 7 laps down, and then we do have someone else 8 laps down, the 11 car, so he's going to need a lot of cautions and people not to be laps down. Just had someone go a little off-roading there, and it's looking very unstable. I'm not feeling fast at all, so could be a very, very, very poor race, but we're just going to do what we can do. Aim for top 20, and as the 12 car, I think top 20 would be great. Especially since I've already put myself in a disadvantage starting in the back. But I did not want to be the guy that wrecks on lap 2 and takes a bunch of people out. There's just nothing comfortable about this track, and I think that's kind of captures Atlanta. I think one of the things that iRacing struggles with is wear and grip and lap times. So in order to get the lap times down where they should be, they take away a lot of grip, and then you're doing a lot of sliding, and that's going to change how the wear works, and it's just there's a lot of factors. And then you get this package where you've got to just burn the right rear off, otherwise you're screwed. So then that causes you to run some really loose sets, which only makes the lack of grip more pronounced. Like, I feel like there should be more grip at the start of a run, and then... Yep. Okay, I can see why the one car did what he did, because I hit the brakes there, and it just turned on me. Holy shit. Oh, and I just realized who the broken guy is. That's a viewer that I was talking to earlier in the race. Alright, well, hit the brakes a little there, just to give myself a room, and, nearly looped it. And took a bit of percentage off the tires and added a little heat that didn't need to be added, so even worse off. But
32.791.
we'll recover. Long race, and the people that are set up really loose, that can't handle it, or bought a set, they're just going to continue to get looser and eventually wreck. So, yeah, me and at least one person that watches my channel taking up the rear of the field. And then I'm pretty sure Nathaniel watches from the Silver Crown races. So, not looking like a good one for anyone that I know.
31.808.
I have to get around this guy before he wrecks on corner entry again. He is just... he's all over the place. But I was there as well. The way this steering wheel is, it's just so much offset you have to run.
31.896.
Are you gonna fight for this? Oh, for sure.
Keep low. Clear high.
I see him continue to drive down, and he's got damage. Alright. Well, slowly recovering from that, but even closer to being a lap down.
31.968.
That kind of did what the truck did all race. Good to know. A little too low. I think I want to be right about here. Need to try lifting off more. I feel like we're running them back down, so that's a positive. 2.7.
31.98.
Keep our eye on that. .4. Okay, yep. Hello, speed. Maybe people are starting to get tight. So the people that started off comfortable are going to start really losing out. I hope I don't join them, but I very well could, although right now it's got quite a bit of yaw in it. So if this thing gets tight, then there's just not a setup that I could drive that wouldn't burn up the right front. We're having to manage the throttle much quicker than I expected. I figured it would only be at the end of the run. Car ahead looking really loose now as well. We're making up ground. Just gonna run this middle. work the wheel, work the throttle. Right now we are 12 seconds behind the leader, so not as bad as I thought it would be. Oh, that was bad. That right there just put a lot of heat in the right front. Got almost too high and hit the bumps there. I need to try to focus on slowing down enough to keep it low. We're losing a tenth a lap to the leaders at the moment. But mid-pack, we're definitely gaining a lot on, so some positives. It was 12.2 to the leader, so we're just going to monitor that in a few laps. Right now I need to focus on these guys ahead of me, then we'll see where the leader's at. Alright, so 20 car. It's either got damage or 350 degree right front. Blue Emo has controlled his tires pretty well. He started off really slow, but I don't think he's got it loose enough. We got one spinning. He's on the apron. We can just go through this. They're still on the apron. It sucks that we have to drive through the smoke when they're on the apron. That was not too big of an issue when the smoke was less realistic. I think it's much more realistic now, but what isn't realistic is having the backstretch covered in smoke and no caution. So there needs to be a balance to that. Now we might see people pitting at lap, well, anytime soon. Within the next 10 laps, but what you got to do is go to 55, I think. So the 20's recovered, or I don't know, it's changed up, not driving too hard. I'm surprised to see him pass someone, but 35 might be really dying off. I'm gonna go really slow and low around this guy. He was looking a little sketchy and holding middle. I'm gonna drive it in really deep and hopefully get past him. And he is pitting. Nope, he's not pitting. He's losing it. It nearly took me out. Alright. We're gonna just be on an adventure back here. We've lost a ton of time now. Checking up slightly. Trying to pass people. We are now 14.1 seconds behind. But I don't think that's much to do with pace. The big question where do I short pit? At the moment, we can go much longer because we got that extra fuel. But yeah, my pace is gone now. I have no speed anymore. I don't know if I just switched to being too cautious or... Get it on last lap. Got a wreck. Backing way off because it looks like people are just plowing into it. Yep, got a bunch of cars involved in that one. Maybe not. Maybe only 2.
Pit road's open.
Alright. That is going to throw some wrenches and things. Make sure we're not too far back. We're not. We're fine. Come in, pit.
Got the lucky dog. Let them pass on the outside.
Is he behind us? No. Alright, so we're in an interesting situation here.
Okay, punch it.
I don't think this thing's going to go green from here, but I have to think about it.
Line up, single file.
We've got 123 laps, and you can do 66 laps on a tank. So it's doable, but you're also going to be doing 66 laps on tires. So I think you definitely go for that. And no matter what happens with the caution, it's not going to be too big of a deal for you. Because if you're going longer, if people are going to split it into 40 lap runs. Although, you know what? If it comes into 40 lap runs, do we try an extra stop because lap times fall off so hard? But then we're risking getting trapped with a caution. But then you're making up ground for 22 laps and then pitting after 20 or so laps. I don't know which way I'm going to go. I think we're just going to have to feel it out.
1 to go. Next time by. Line up on the inside. Catch up 2. Car.
Try to gauge what the race is looking like at that point and who we're around. I mean, we're up to 21st now. And have not done a damn thing, so I think a lot of people got damaged there. We've got 4 cars now, 3 cars, it looks like, that were involved in that wreck. Don't have a whole lot of people behind me.
Get ready, going green.
Alright, let's see what I can do now. Try to remember how to drive, going with a bit more grip.
Outside. Stay low. 1 minute 11.861. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
First turn's easy. So you're 10 mile an hour slower than you would be.
Clear outside if you want it. The car outside. Clear high.
Easy, you idiot. Whee! Alright, scared everyone behind me. I just got too low. Hit that slight transition there.
Still there. Clear outside if you want it. Outside.
And we're just gonna go backwards.
Clear up top. Outside. 30.943. Keep low.
Just can't push it hard. I'm so unstable.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Clear outside if you want it. Outside. Still there. Hold your line.
A lot of these guys, I think, got some minor damage and got behind, so guys losing it off the corner. Alright. This should be fine here. We'll stay ahead of the 25. Move up the track a bit so that we're more stable. And watch out for a wreck ahead of me. Had to give myself some room from the 25 to let him know that no, you're not faster than me. You have nose damage, it looks like.
30.689.
I just was too low there. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't move up. Had people on the outside of me the whole time. So now we're gonna ease it off. We've got a gap to the cars behind, and we'll just let whatever's about to happen ahead sort itself out. Because if we're going 60 laps, we need to be smart with these tires. And if everyone else goes the other way, 40 laps, then maybe a result will come to us. But, I mean, we are sitting 25th. And not doing anything. Tried for 2 laps and that nearly killed me, so. This 2 car is kind of scaring me. Someone made the comment that the 2 car is always a mess, it seems like, in every race. So, I hope that's not the case. But he's gotten loose a few times. Now he's underneath someone. If he gets loose, they're both dead. He almost did what I did there. Now, I'm sure everyone that was behind me when I got loose off the corner said the same thing about me. Last lap again, just in case I accidentally do something and find some speed. Since I don't have the seat of the pants feel, much easier to see green bar. Okay, we had someone get loose off the corner. So if people are going to do a 3 stint to the end, we're going to see them come in at around lap 80 to 85. I'm focusing really hard on not full throttling it until I get off the corner. I don't know what to do about this guy because he's going to fight for this position, but he is constantly having issues every 10 laps.
Outside. Clear outside.
Alright, he let me go. I think he also got a little squirrely. We got to get around this 20. There was a weird sound in my right ear. Sounded like someone was to the outside of me, oddly enough. I don't know what that was. Now that we haven't lost a bunch of ground to these people from having to dodge multiple issues, should be able to get past this guy.
51.888. Car outside. Clear outside.
Had to take it easy there. That low side is just sketchy. It's nearly as sketchy as Homestead on the bottom. Alright, feeling good.
51.807.
We're definitely not top 5 material. This white car up here, that is the second time he's had issues off the corner. Now he's having issues in the middle of the corner. I didn't know if he was going to be pitting. I seen the blue emu car go low, and if that white car was pitting, there was going to be a massive issue.
0.96.
We're getting a little loose. It's okay. Just manage through it. It's going to start tightening up again. Oh god. Unless this guy wrecks us. He's all over at the moment.
Inside.
I mean, I don't want to do this to this guy, but we've also got to get going around this white car.
Clear. Inside. Still inside. Clear.
Had to go really high there just to be safe. Alright.
32.047.
Guy's just overdriving corner entry, and then I think it's too much wheel in it for him. He was like, he went in there so deep. This guy's getting loose.
The car outside. Still there. 32.136. Outside clear.
He's racing cleanly though. It's twice now he's let me by. Alright, that is P20. Now I'm feeling like top 15 and maybe finishing 12th where I'm supposed to is not too far out of the question. It's just going to be really dependent on strategy and what everyone does in about 20 laps. I feel like I might have been able to go to 9.5 on the track bars, but the thing is, if it gets tight, there's just no coming back from it. So I didn't want to risk it. It's much easier to drive a loose car a little slower and not be hurt by it than drive a extremely tight car a little slower, because it's still just gonna suck. We're in a bad spot here. We just gotta wait.
Car inside.
But he's being predictable, as expected,
Clear inside.
and going to the bottom where no one wants to be, instead of taking the racing line like the multiple lap down one car from last night's race. Around this guy now.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Clear outside.
Thought he was going to get us on corner entry there. Had to really just dive it in. Guy ahead is having some loose on entry moments. Car's feeling really good this run. Doing a lot more thinking about my throttle, waiting and waiting and waiting, and then getting full.
32.3.
and easing off smoother. Not just the instant all the way off. It's still pretty quick off, but better than what I normally do. So we're about 10 laps away from finding out what people are doing. Hitting that mark now where the car is starting to slow down a lot. We're at the 32.4s. We could easily be 33s, 34s by the time we get to lap 60 of this run. But I don't think that's still going to be enough for making up a whole pit stop. And then definitely not worth risking getting trapped and having to go through a bunch more people again with a wave around. So then you'd be on older tires as well. So I think with the way this is going, you know, we're heading towards top 15. No, that might be a caution. No, he's held on to it so far. 52.346. He held on to it. Good. I have a much better chance of not having to drive fast on a restart. I'm going to make up more ground on late run than we do on early runs, so do not want to see a caution, because it's not going to take that many people out anyways. I'm just uncomfortable racing right now with this set. That time I lifted way off. Just want to be absolutely careful with these tires. So we still got a ways to go. 2.43. To the leader, we are 10.6 seconds back. So not even as bad as we were last time. A lot less dodging of things. Only thing I really had to dodge was myself. 52.482. But everyone is having kind of the same issue I'm having. Just a little tricky on exit, and unfortunately I think that's going to cause a caution. I really hope not, but 52.509.
Clear.
The car just kept going lower and lower and lower. It's like a magnet to that other guy. I did not mean to do that. I'm so glad he did not push up. Kind of stuck here though. Don't feel like I can do a whole lot right now. Like trying to make this pass, we're really even. Might have a run here though. That was an interesting line. Please just lift.
Still there, hold your line.
He has every right to race for it, but thank you. Alright. I picked up on something there. Only useful in 1 and 2. The bumps are too much for this car in 3 and 4. Still even too high there. You need to be easier on it. I just used up the right front there quite a bit. Now this guy's having major issues off the corner, so it's going to be difficult to... Well, go this way. Please don't come up and get us.
Still there. Clear inside.
Thank you. There we go. Didn't overdrive the corner there. And that is 17th. Okay, top 10 is in our future, I think.
52.477.
Please no yellow flag. I'm feeling really, really good right now. It has come alive.
52.419.
Oh, they almost died back there. We are 12.2 off the lead. So still slower than the leaders, as you would expect, but feeling a little more confident about how high up we're going to finish. Alright, he has kind of looked in his mirror and seen what I was doing. Did not work out for him.
Car inside. Clear inside.
That was the first time I seen him up there. He almost got the wall, and then it got really loose on him. So he is running a much looser set than I am. P16.
52.52.
And it appears everyone else is going on a 60-lap stint ahead of us. I've not seen any pitting unless I've missed it. Which is good because that means we get to do 2 of these runs if it goes green. And that could be a lot of positions in our future. And the tire fall off has just stopped. So I think that's why no one is doing that short pitting and an extra stop, because once you get to a point, I mean, this thing has really not lost a whole lot of speed now. So, a little more bunched up right in front of us. It's going to be slightly harder to do what I need to do. Slow down there. There's not much I can do at this point.
32.686.
Got to get around this slower red car and then work on these guys. Unfortunate, but 13 has killed his right front, it looks like. He is struggling to get around the track. He's going to really struggle here, having to stay high.
Car outside. Stay low. Clear outside.
We're going to run on this guy.
Still there, hold your line. 32.905. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Clear.
Okay, that made it easy. He just got a little loose off the corner. He's gonna have a run on us. Please don't take it. Thank you. Oh my God, it's so nice to be around people that just understand that I caught you from miles back. It would be pointless to fight it because it's gonna slow us both down.
32.837.
Oh boy. That was nearly a mess, but gives us a run.
Car outside. Stay low. Clear outside.
And just making it slightly easier on us. Look at this car come in.
32.662 outside.
Now, he had been running high the whole time.
Still there. Clear high.
And was really struggling, so there we go. That is 12th. Had to enter a little deeper than I wanted to there. Just keep it green, everyone. Please keep it green. Got 10 laps of fuel. I was looking at my fuel, and yeah, that's why it looked really stupid on corner entry there. Well, that was a drive to the front that I was not expecting. I'm so glad that I took the risk and loosened it up, because it is flying now. And I didn't overdrive the right front. Now I just have to remember that on this initial part of the stint. Once we pit and get new tires, manage the tires, get to this point, and might be able to get a top 5. Because these guys are really struggling at the moment. To the leader, we are 16 back, but we did lose a ton of time there sitting behind those guys, so. Too high. I just lost concentration on what corner I was in. Okay. Feeling good. Feeling really, 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 really good.
2.739.
Now, yes, I could short pit. I could come in and try to jump these guys early. But we are too quick to do that, and we're too far up. I don't want a yellow flag screwing me. And with us being half a lap down to the leader, it's going to be easy to get trapped a lap down. So we're just gonna run our race. Please don't wreck, please don't wreck, please don't wreck, please don't wreck. I don't know if he was planning on coming in, but not where I wanted to be, but I had the run. I just gotta hope he pits before I do.
32.659. You're in the top 10.
I was kind of wrong about this car and multi-groove. It's, the grooves have opened up. Now I'm sure with fast, competent drivers, not the case. But for me, it is working.
32.7.
We'll lose a bit of time to the people that are pitting right now, but we have gained so much.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel. 32.6.
I'm gonna come in now just so we don't get a weird yellow flag, and then we're like very risky to get in.
Leader's pitting now.
Leader's pitting, so we won't have to worry too much about that. I think all these guys in front of me are going to as well. Slow it down enough to get down. There we go. Hell of a run. Tires 36-22. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
All clear. Punch it.
I don't like going up on that. I've seen no advantage to it, but that guy's going quicker, and I almost lost it. That's fine. Alright, let's see where we cycle out, and then just get to the end of this run. Hopefully go caution free, and be feeling good. We've got some of the freshest tires on track. Oh boy. Whole new feel. You gotta remember I don't have to lift. Fuck. This thing is so sketchy for me on the start, but man did it feel good at the end. Alright, now we got one car up high. 34's having issues. I don't think he's pit yet. Bad situation I was pushing up there. No, 34 pit, he just pit a long time ago. Yeah, short pitting was not helpful for him. Although, I don't think he was this far up anyways. So I don't really need to try to keep the 30 behind me. I just need to... I mean, where we're starting this runoff compared to where we started the last runoff, like, we're so much better off. If this thing goes green, I really think top 5, unless I'm overestimating how far or how many people were in that pack on the lead lap. And if I put it in the wall, that's not going to be good. Where are you going? 30.93. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm going to have to call you a chicken streaker there. I had no idea where you were going to end up. Tried to let you pick a lane. And gotta let him go. He had to run. I'm not going to fight it. Clear inside. Just manage my tires. Get them later on. Just so hard to switch from hauling ass and being nearly the quickest car on track to managing and being slow. Got the lap car on. I actually don't know what his deal is. He's on older tires and hauling ass. Or at least it looked like he was. 51.255. I think there might be some people on a different strategy that are ahead of us at the moment. Maybe one person. I have to watch the times for a couple of laps and see if the second place car is really catching. the leader. So right now the leader's got a 10-second lead. Nope. There. He's pulling away. A little heavy on the throttle. Gotta manage it. Don't be stupid. This thing is stupid quick at the end. This guy's already fallen off a bit. Let me go.
.497 outside. Still there. Clear.
Okay. Now I just have to pull away from him this time. And we're doing a lot better this run because we're not around other people at the moment. And we're not in a pack. I think we're gonna start shooting up earlier. Because we had to track them down from a lot longer. And a lot of these guys short pit and have a couple of lap older tires, so definitely a top 10 if it goes green. And then who knows how far we can get up there. Might be a second place finish. Just cannot have anyone crash. I will be so disappointed because I feel like we're gonna just go crazy on this run. It's always interesting to see the people that I was fighting with early on and had a hard time getting around them, where they end up at the end of the race where I mean, because the 20 I was barely keeping up with on that first run. We both kind of just died off. And then now he's a lap down. Now he might have some damage, but it's always interesting to see how much I gain each stint as I get more comfortable. So we got these three guys again who were battling each other just like this when I caught them last time. But that was much closer to the end of the stint. I mean, we still got 40 laps to go, and that is 12th place that we're chasing down at the front of these three. I just need these guys to calm down. Oh, they are scaring me. They look like they're gonna wreck every time I'm behind them. At least they're spreading out just a little bit as I get to them. I don't want to start using the top side too early. I feel like that will heat up the right front, and then we'll be in trouble. I think that's what these guys are doing right now, is just hurting their right fronts.
128 outside. Stay low. Still there, hold your line.
Just don't get loose off the corner.
Stay low. Clear.
Thank you. Oh God. We got the guy really loose ahead. That's the same guy that nearly lost it and then pit. Try to get a run here. That way I can kind of clear this guy earlier. That was a bad entry. I lifted and it just turned left. And then by the time I got to the corner, it was going right. Alright, definitely think bottom lane here. And I think he's just going to let me go.
Still there. Stay low.
Almost, but we'll clear him this next corner.
Still there, hold your line.
He shouldn't be fighting it too much. Sounds like he is.
Clear up top. 32.145.
And that is cleared. Alright, please don't wreck. Oh my god, dude. 29, do not wreck. Please. Overdrove that. Had to really lift off. Alright, 11th place coming up.
32.107.
Oh boy, now I'm looking like I'm gonna wreck.
Car inside. Clear.
Ease it off. Don't have to push this hard. It's a long ways to go. So we got 33 to go.
32.133.
I just wanted to keep him in my view. I could have probably went lower and got even more time made up on him. But if he's going to come off the wall and get loose, I want to be able to check up in time. He's getting loose. We should be able to get him off the corner here. Nope, we got loose as well. And now we got a lap car that cannot make up his mind where he wants to go. Now we're just losing time.
Inside 32.364. Still there. Keep high.
Oh my god, dude. Just
Still there.
thank you. Just needed him to back the hell off. We can at least attempt to get around this guy before he wrecks.
Outside. Stay low. 32.412. Keep low.
Now he's been running the top, so I'm going to run the middle. There we go. Alright, lost a little ground, but we're alive. 3.5 to 10th. 5.4. Gain it. Biggest key is not overdriving 3 and 4. I think that is where all the speed is lost and all the wear is gained.
32.279.
Not trying too hard on the high side. Still long, long ways to go. Ninth place, 10th place is Pitt, so no idea what strategy he's on.
Outside clear.
Blue Emu's race has went to shit.
32.263. You're in the top 10.
There we go. P10. And now P9 is just ahead. The guy that pit that's going to be on fresh tires is nearly a lap down to me. So don't think he's going to be able to get to me. He might be able to. But our goal, go after the 9 car. And we got the 16, 5.3 ahead. Don't feel like the top is really working for me at the moment. I'm gonna run this middle 3/4 of the way up, which was much better that time. I'm gonna start pushing a little harder because it is still loose. I don't have that feeling that I was having on the top side. So there's a 10th.
32.123.
Overdrove that. That was bad. Alright. And we're trying to get any speed through 3 and 4. I just said that a long time ago. And... or I just said that, not even a long time ago. Be smart. You've got a fast car. It will come. It was right around now when everyone started dropping off. If they don't drop off, it's still in the top 10. Which absolutely did not think was going to be possible. Cars on new tires behind us. Catching 8th place a little, not catching 9th.
32.363.
Car's definitely tightened up now, so I should be fine, and hopefully everyone else is tightening up. It's just I gotta get this 20 car past me safely and quickly. Excuse me. Can't really take my hand off the wheel to mute.
32.363.
Yeah, we're not going to get this 9 car, but I think we'll get the 16. Just please keep it green.
32.429.
Run a little lower. No real gains on the 9 car.
32.304.
Car's already died off with his new tires, it looks like. Then we got 2 lap cars now to get around.
32.332.
Yeah, I think topside's a little better in 1 and 2. Just, you get the run down the backstretch. Just not being as good through 3 and 4. The leader is only 5 seconds behind us, so if a caution does come out, there's only 11 people on the lead lap, and 1 will get the lucky dog. Some may stay out to get the wave around, but they'll be on old-ass tires. It's a little high, but I'm just going where the car's going. I've kind of hit the point where I did something wrong. Something's not like the last run, where everyone's went a little harder on this run or drove a little better. Didn't use as much up early on because they weren't pack racing. Something's definitely different. But we also are only at 32.4s, and when we started flying, we were running 32.5s, so maybe everyone's yet to really fall apart. That was a moment. A little too slow through there.
32.575.
Now what can't happen is me go a lap down and then a yellow comes out. That would suck. Although I don't think he can even get to the 9 car before the end of this race. Even though he's stupid fast. I don't think there's just not enough time. So that would get me the lucky dog. But I want green all the way to the end, even if I end up a lap down. I do not want to have to try to go fast on fresh tires. Overdrove the hell out of that. And still, like, the 9 car is pulling away. He's just past the 16 now. 16's not dropping off as bad. I think I'm just dropping off worse. But I'm not really, because I'm at 32.4. So, everyone just did a lot better job, I think, not having to battle early on. Alright, he's gonna let me go. Thank you for paying attention. You were awesome.
Clear.
It's pretty bad when you get let by a lap car, and that's like amazing to see.
2.566.
Just so used to people just not understanding the battle they're in or what others are doing. Alright, I think we can get the 16. He is dropping off bad. No more overdriving 3 and 4. 2.4 seconds. Can we do this?
32.548.
I think I overgrew the top. Also think maybe there's more marbles up there. Maybe that's affecting things. Because I don't remember hearing the marbles the last run. And since we haven't had a caution that would clear those off, is that affecting it? I don't think it would. I don't think that's ever been a thing. They've just been visual.
0.513. Laps to go.
Just get us to the end. Cannot afford caution and then another caution, because then we'll have everyone stacked up on us again. '16 car is the one that we came out with.
32.549.
So we were just passing him at the end of the last run. And I don't think we're going to get to him, but we'll try. I almost went to the top. I had to use a little brake there. Otherwise, I would have really screwed myself on any chance to catch this guy. We've got 26 on fresh tires behind us. Not fresh tires, but fresher.
2 laps to go. 2 to go.
He is racing this guy in front of us. Oh, we've got 8th place now. The 9 car has passed another guy, so 2 laps to go.
32.566.
Unfortunately, I've got to go to the bottom here.
Still there, hold your line. Clear up top.
Cut me a little break. Got a broken car on the bottom here. And we've got white flag. Hope this lap car is smart enough to know he can't gain anything else.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Outside is clear.
There we go. Ninth place. I will take it. Ahead of where I was supposed to finish. Not as good as I thought I was going to get, but I guess better than I thought I was going to get going into it, but not as good as I thought I was going to get after the last run. So, decent run. I'm glad I went with a looser set and just did what I needed to do. Let's see what the tires were there. 40-27. So, actually, I think I could have went a little harder at the start of that run, or later in that run. Feeling good though. That's a few races now where I've drove more on the loose side and have done better. I just wish I could be more stable on the starts so that I could feel confident enough to run up front and not put myself in a disadvantage. But I also love coming back through the field and trying to make something work to make up that time. So, see what happened on lap 2. Oops. Oh, just no room to get up there. Just wasn't clear. Now, the 25 should have lifted a bit, especially since there was a guy clearly having issues on the bottom, and it was too wide ahead of him. But he was being passed. But yeah, at that point, it's lap 2. Gotta lift off. I mean, he could have been a little closer to the wall, but I think it was going to be happening no matter what. Just, yeah, 3 wide on lap 2. Not good. And then this just looks so weird. He got on the brakes and it just went. And there was nothing he could do. Or even just lifted off. But when I had to check up for that wreck, I nearly died. So let's go ahead and look at the big one that happened. Head in the turns. Where I just said, nope, I don't even want to drive into that turn at any type of speed. Okay, this is going to be a lot of weird stuff here. So, guy ahead hits the safer barrier on the entry of 3, which I've complained about forever. It's not anything wrong other than the track design, because that wall isn't at the same angle as the turn. It's nothing iRacing has done wrong. So he catches it, and he loses it, and the 3's turning down, and the 14's trying to check up. Just cannot. The guy that causes it all drives off without issue. The 3 and the 14 get damage, and then do we got some marker braking? We don't even have braking. There was no attempt to brake there. So that then puts him in front of the 28. And then puts him in front of the 21, who might just escape. Oh, he gets a little wall tap. we have anyone else arc breaking into this? No, everyone else is clear. Me, I said fuck it when I seen smoke. I'm like, nope. I'm just gonna pull down, let people pass me if they want. Not dealing with that. Too easy to come around the corner and have someone still sitting in the middle of the track that you just don't see. And then there was nothing else. So we were doing 32.6, 32.7s. And we were actually even faster at the end of that run. I think everyone just didn't use their stuff up as bad. Because I felt like I was catching that whole pack. And then there was nothing. So, 9th place on the lead lap. The 10 car did get himself back up to 11th. Or no. Was it the 10 car that pit? Let's go to his lap times. Yeah, he pit at 137. Got himself back on the lead lap and around the 29, but just didn't have enough time to get that all to work out. So let me pull up the standings, or not the standings, the results, see how many points we walk away with. That was fun. That was a really hard race. That took a lot of concentration and effort. I am not good with a loose setup, and I had to go with that because we would have been 3-4 laps down if I ran with anything else. Why are we looking at this? I don't want to see that car. I want to see points. This looks like the biggest points we've gotten this season. So we did 0 incidents on 163 laps, and we were already at a 4.99, so that's got to be pretty much maxed out now. I could probably go get 10 incidents in a race and not lose safety rating. Gain 49 I rating at 37.24, inching closer to the 4,000. Not that I care. 170 points though. That is good. The 4 car just had everyone covered. Like 118 laps led, just gone. A few more laps, I think we could have got the 6. But you know what? I'm happy. Only had a couple of people scare me while we were lapping them. Sorry to the viewer that had the broken car that I called a chicken streaker. I could not tell. I caught you at a wrong spot and did not know where you were going to go with it. So let's see how the top split went. Don't even know that guy's name. So I don't know most of these people. That is really weird. Must be only a 46.76 strength of field. So they had 3 cautions, but a hell of a lot more lead changes. But I think maybe that was done over pitting, because it's a lot of smaller lead changes. They still had a leader lead 102 laps. What looks like third split had 4 cautions and 3 cautions, 2 cautions. Hey, it turns out that when you give people more grooves to race in, there might be less cautions. We'll see. Richmond's going to be a weird one. I think Bristol dirt next. Might be. I've seen though that they screwed up the tire and like now it's faster than a late model, so hope that's fixed. But I'm worn out. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll let me see if we've got standings up yet. Real quick, try to get this up. Might have been long enough. No, do not have points up yet for this race, so um, we'll just talk about it when we get to it next week. So, thanks for watching.